Houston strip club has become the first ever drive-thru strip club.
How does that work?
All right. First of all, before we get into the story, I have to credit New York Post for having it had said at the start of the article, it's all buns and no burgers at this drive-thru Savage Line. Not factually correct, but Savage Line. So well done, New York Post, for this one. So
that's a Mark Kearns level pun.
Yeah, that's game recognizing game right there. A Vivid Gentlemen's Club in Houston is set to become the first ever drive-thru strip club, as customers will be able to watch their favorite dancers perform for 2 songs.
Oh, for 2 songs?
Well, yeah, so you basically stay there for like 2 songs, you watch the dancers, and then you basically drive on, and that's you done. I guess if you want to go back around, you can go back around.
Drive on.
Yeah, the dancers themselves are going to be dressed in thongs, tie-highs, and face masks. So they'll have to perform while wearing face masks, the dancers. And they're going to be separated in a tent by black barricades from the people in their cars. Now, if you want to tip one of these dancers, you can't actually hand it them or stick it into their tongs. What you have to do is place it on the ground, and then after you drive off, they come over, they pick up the money off the ground. Like, it just seems depressing. Like, it just seems like something out of Black Mirror. It's out of a weird dystopian future. Like, I don't know. It just seems so strange. Like, this idea of men in their cars just gawking out of their cars as this woman in a face mask dances to like the tongue song, I guess.
The tongue song.
Surely, if you're a stripper, that's your go-to song, the tongue song.
That's probably that's really fucking weird.
Yeah, like I guess like it's good for the dancers that they are back at work. It's probably been a tough time for them. I know a few strippers like have done online strips or dances for a certain amount of money. Mary Madeline brings to mind, who's
I thought you were going to just end that sentence there. I know a few strippers.
Like Mary Madeline brings to mind, who's made a quite good living off online strip dances and chats to lonely men. But not all strippers can be Mary Madeline, and few fell on very hard times. Now, strip clubs themselves have said, we aren't actually really making any money off this. This is purely to kind of create employment for our workers. So they're doing it out of a good idea. But like, I don't know what sort of man during work maybe, or like, I don't know, they're bored, they have nothing else to do. So they're like, oh, I'll just go to our local drive-thru strip club and watch these performers.
It seems a bit very, very weird.
Imagine going to a strip club is seedy enough, but going to a strip club in your car, where you have to stay in your car and watch it, 100% lads are going to try to touch themselves in their car, and the stripper's like, you can't do that in front of me.
They're not even going to try. 100% they're just going to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you going to do? I'm blocked in right now.
I'm in my car.
I can do what I want. Stop looking at me.
Just dance, bitch.
Yeah, but drivers also can order food, Ken. From
you
this,
can also order food.
Yeah, you can also order food from this joint, which includes nachos, burgers, chicken skewers, as well jalapeno poppers, which I have no idea what they are. Authentic Italian pizza, as well as booze. You can order a wide range of like 6-packs, something called a fireball.
A fireball? Well, that's going to fucking burn the whole lot out anyway.
Yeah, so basically, they kind of said it like this, that it's basically live entertainment as a sort of distraction while your food is being prepared for you. And that's the way they're kind of selling it to people. So in a way, as long as your girlfriend or wife doesn't know where you're buying the food for you, you're just going out to get a takeaway and your secret is safe.
What?
Basically, you only can stay there for 2 songs. So 2 songs, like, let's say they're 3.5 minutes each. That's 7 minutes. So basically, you're there for 7 minutes. Generally, you're waiting about 10 minutes for your food to be ready. So by the time you get in, get the dance starts going, like, your food is ready and waiting for you. So then you can just drive home. Like I said, as long as your partner doesn't find out where you've been or got the food, they'll be like, I really like this, like, pizza. Where did you get it? Oh, it's a place down the road. My own little private spot. I'm not going to tell you about it. As long as the Vivid Gentlemen's Club isn't written on side of the packaging, you should be safe.
That's what I was going to say. Like, most times when you get takeaway food, you get some sort of a bag that says the name of the place the food came from.
I'd imagine if they're selling takeaway food and they know a large majority of their clientels are married men, that they might maybe opt for non-branded packaging.
Yeah, but then you'd have the question of, where the fuck did this come from?
You just make it this place down the road. Say it like that. Where did that come? Oh, place down the road. Take a left on Hardcore Street.
Yeah, what place down the road?
I don't know the name of it.
Mark, have you been in that fucking strip club again?
Here, don't you like the burger? It's a fantastic burger.
I swear I just went for the food.
Yeah. I was there purely for the food. Like, show up and drink your Fireball.
How much was the food? Because you spent €60.
Yeah. Well, the food was 20. 30 went to, like, Mandy. I know that does make 60, but like...
I was waiting to see if you copped it.
Yeah, it so, but like, in fairness, like when I first read into this, I was already shit over this whole idea of.
You were already there.
I was already there, but I was already the shit all over this idea of a strip club that's drive-thru. But now the fact that it operates as like an entertainment service while you wait for your food, I feel like every fast food joint at some point during their day should have some form of strippers for their clientele. Like, imagine the McDonald's and maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of like the stripper hour. The place will be packed. You get to watch the strippers dance while you wait for your food to be made. Like, this is an ingenious idea that, quite frankly, I think more fast foods need to adopt.
McDonald's don't need it though. McDonald's is always packed at 1 o'clock in the morning anyway.
That is true. People just driving, looking for the fast food. While you're waiting in the queue in McDonald's, there could be like a strip show where you can get to see these strippers at 1 o'clock in the morning. The place would be even more packed.
The place would be
Fivers flying everywhere.
Should be €2 coins everywhere.
Yeah, so you'd have to place the fiver, but you also need something to weigh it down, so you could put like a €2 coin on top of the fiver. Strippers would make a fortune. I personally think this is an ingenious idea that needs to be adopted by more fast food chains. While you wait for your food, that there are strippers. So I went from like thinking this was a horrible idea to thinking, oh my God, these guys are actually ingenious. We need a drive-thru strip club in Ireland while we wait for our curly fries.
Yeah, it's perfectly doable.